The Department of Defense Computer Electronic Accommodations Program. Support, equip, empower. Welcome to Part 5 of CAP's training about disability etiquette. Individuals with cognitive limitations. Cognitive disabilities may include memory loss, perception problems, and other issues. They may be caused by dyslexia, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, stroke, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, traumatic brain injury, TBI, or other conditions. The following tips are specific to interacting with individuals with cognitive limitations. Individuals with developmental disabilities. Individuals with developmental disabilities may have a hard time applying what they have learned. When speaking with individuals with developmental disabilities, use concrete rather than abstract concepts. Break complex ideas into smaller parts. Don't use baby talk or appear to talk down to individuals with developmental disabilities. Rather, align your vocabulary and the pace of your speech with theirs. Remember that the individual is an adult. During an interview, the person may tell you what he or she thinks you want to hear. Phrase interview questions in a neutral way to elicit accurate information. Verify responses by repeating questions in a different way. Individuals with developmental disabilities may find it difficult to make quick decisions. Be patient. Routine is important for many individuals with developmental disabilities to manage work. Allow an adjustment period after changes in the environment or in a routine. Individuals with learning disabilities. Learning disabilities are lifelong disorders that can interfere with a person's ability to receive, express, or process information. Although they may have certain limitations, most individuals with learning disabilities have average or above average intelligence. Understand that it may not be apparent that a person has a learning disability. Sometimes others may not understand why a high-functioning person has problems in one aspect of his or her work. Individuals with dyslexia or other reading disabilities may have trouble processing written information. Give explanations and directions verbally. Provide extra time for reading. A person who has a learning disability, such as auditory processing disorder, may need information demonstrated or in writing, since spoken information can get scrambled as he or she listens. A person with a learning disability may have trouble grasping indirect comments or subtleties. Be direct. A person with a learning disability may find it easier to function in a quiet environment without distractions. Individuals with TBI. Many of the same guidelines that apply to learning disabilities apply to individuals with TBI. Individuals with TBI have had damage to the brain, usually as the result of trauma, such as an accident or stroke. Individuals who have TBI may experience a loss of muscle control or mobility. These symptoms are not always obvious. For example, an individual may be able to move his or her hand, but be unable to sign his or her name. A person with TBI may have poor impulse control. An individual may make inappropriate comments and be unable to understand social cues or see that he or she has offended someone. A person with TBI may become frustrated and appear to be pushy as they struggle to understand a situation or to express his or her ideas. A person with TBI may experience poor short-term memory and have difficulty following directions. A person with TBI may require the use of a guide dog for orientation, even though he or she may not appear to have mobility limitations. Oftentimes, service animals are utilized to help cope with anxiety and/or pain management. If it is unclear whether a person with TBI understands you when you provide verbal information or instructions, ask if he or she would like you to write them down. A person with TBI may have trouble concentrating or organizing his or her thoughts, particularly in a busy environment. Be patient. You may want to suggest moving to a less distracting location. Ask before you act. Ask the person with cognitive limitations how you can best relay information to them. Provide access. Clear signage with pictograms may help a person who has cognitive limitations to find his or her way around a facility. It may be helpful to write down simple instructions for a person with a cognitive or learning disability. In the workplace, always ask the individual what they need to complete tasks effectively. Quiet zones and private offices may help individuals with cognitive limitations achieve better concentration when performing their tasks. Resources available from CAP. Learn about available assistive technologies for individuals with cognitive limitations so that you can provide an equal access work environment. CAP can help. Contact us at cap@mail.mil. You may also want to view CAP's online training, providing reasonable accommodations for people with cognitive disabilities, to learn about assistive technologies available to federal employees free of charge, including tools such as educational software, screen magnification, and speech recognition software. Go to www.cap.mil/newsevents/training.aspx